course of just, years of my life, I've helped a lot of my friends out with their kids, whether it be changing diapers, watching them, taking them to babysitting them, all this stuff. Not only that, I've got 4 kids of my own. 2 of them are biologically mine. The other 2, their fathers didn't give a shit about them. And I think that's very awful. But in the most part, I think all 4 of them, and some of the ones that I changed diapers for my friends, have turned out to be amazing human beings. And I'm very, very proud of them. And I hope they continue that trend. But one of the biggest things I talk to them about is gun ownership. These kids are old enough now to go off and buy their own stuff. They don't have to, borrow a gun from me to go out with their buddies anymore. Those days are over with. It's sad because sometimes they don't invite you, but my son invited me to this, which is another good thing about it. And he enjoys firearms, and he enjoys shooting, and I think that's very, very positive. Other people on the other side of the spectrum will think it's not, but I think it is. And one thing I've instilled into the kids that I have raised, all 4 of them, is the responsibility in gun ownership. It is a big step in not only the life they're in now, but their adult life as it goes on. And I think they've really understood it. I've taken them to rallies. I've taken them to shows and showed them the inner workings of stuff. I've been a part of the industry for quite some time now. I was behind a gun counter forever. I've heard all the stories. I've met a lot of the crazies, and I've even sat on a court of law of a firearm that I sold that was used in a self-defense shooting. So, I mean, I've been through a lot when it pertains to firearms. I just have, and I understand the responsibility of it. And these kids are now to the point where they can go to these places and they can purchase these things, and they need to be responsible for them. And I think I've instilled that in them. But again, I mean, it's just something that they should be aware of, that, your constitutional rights are very, very important. You shouldn't let these politicians kind of woo you into giving them up in any kind of capacity, and you should push back when pushback is necessary. So I've been very, very delightful, especially for my son, because, he's been, let's just say, behind the 8 ball a lot growing up during his life. With certain health conditions, and I think he's grown up to be a better man than me, which that's our goal, isn't it? To make our kids better than us, so they don't go through the struggles that we have as parents over the course of the lives of where we're at today, especially me. But I think they're responsible. They understand the do's and don'ts, but it's pretty good to see their progression, and especially with some of them that like to shoot. There's a couple of them that don't like to do it as much, but when we did do it as a family, we all paid attention, and we all understood the rules that came around with it, just like you did when you grew up. So as a father, I'm pretty proud of all 4 of them. I think they're terrific human beings, and I couldn't be any more happier, whether they would like to experience the world of firearms like I have through my life, or if they just, want to use it for their tendencies, just to have it in the house for protection. I think that's fine as well. But they're older now. They're able to carry a handgun, all of them now. So, and that's their personal choice whether they want to do it or not. But like I said, man, in life you get rewards and consequences. And every time I've gotten in trouble in my entire life, I've always owned up to it regardless. So being responsible is one of the things that I really instilled in these kids in doing. And I think they're doing a tremendous job of being great human beings. And hopefully that trend goes up, because that was my whole desire growing up, I just believe my father didn't give a shit about me, and it was very hard uh, growing up in my shoes, that some people didn't really see. So, paying attention to these guys a lot as they're little, I think paid off. And I think I've become a little bit of a better parent than my parents. And hopefully I've passed that off to these guys where they really excel, where I have come short as being a parent, because I have. So it was a great day at the range. It is pretty good for your kid to invite you and to come along, and then shoot a new firearm that he had. You know, that's cool too. So I think I've done a good job as a parent. Probably not the greatest job in the world, but a good job to instill a good moral compass for these kids to build upon as they get older, like I am in these days now. So it was a great day at the range. If they decide to have children, hopefully they go this route. They're better than me. They explain it a lot better going through life. If their kids want to take this kind of route in society and be, a pusher of the Second Amendment and about our constitutional rights in general. So what a great day to spend with my son. Really zeroed in his rifles, taught him that I'm not going to be here forever, so he better learn real quick. So it's gratifying and it's satisfying to see all of them grow up to become pretty good, productive members of society. Even some of the kids that I changed diapers of my friends, they've turned out to be pretty swell. So that's good to see. So I mean, for what the other side always says about gun owners in general and people that have the thought process like me, they don't see this side. And to be honest with you, I could care less, because I know I've instilled great moral values and a great moral compass to the kids not only I have come in contact with, but my own for sure. So hopefully this trend continues, and when they have kids, they continue the trend and they build upon it and they make it even better. So what a great day at the range. If you get the opportunity, go out there, practice the craft. Like always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.